a face towel. The garbage collector is not stealing our stuff. I will not play tug of war with Dad's underwear when he's on the toilet. I hate that. Except in my case, it's the cat. I must shake rainwater out of my fur before I enter the house, not afterwards. I will not sit in the middle of the living room and lick my crotch. Bobblehead Jim, bobblehead Jim, bobblehead Jim. And the cat does that too. Anyways, here's the last one. The cat is not a squeaky toy. So when I play with him and make that noise, it's not a good thing. So the end of that now. Now comes the time of some kind of trivia. So we'll put the hat on correctly. I'm going to give you, this is some weird, have your history teachers or professors or someone that thinks they're really keen on history, have them answer to some of these that I'm about to read. Bob Whaley. Answer these, Bob. Seen him at the library the other day. Anyways, listen. This is true stuff. This is true stuff. I'm about ready to think about eating her nuggets. Yeah, laugh. She won't get on the show. I asked if she can come on. Nah. We don't want to be part of the most electrifying entertainment that there is at ACT. I mean, that's kind of like what The Rock says. I can't believe The Rock. Who's the general manager on the laptop? Is it Triple H? He's in some movie now, The Chaperone. He couldn't chaperone Henry. Who's that guy? Who's that guy wrestling now? I just had my sixth spinal cord surgery. I got a couple of rods from C1 to T1. No neck brace, or wheelchair or walker, but I do have a cane. And I'm getting one that's going to have a little bit heavier of an end, like maybe some ivory or something. There's this wrestler, Dante. Yeah, you're on my Facebook. You want me back in the ring after all this? Remember I asked you, why do they call it an asteroid when it's outside the hemisphere? But they call it a hemorrhoid when it's up your ass! Yeah, now that could be like The Rock. So, but your candy ass. Can I say that? I guess it's a done deal now, isn't it? Hey, if The Rock can say it, I guess I can say it. All right, now listen. This is for all you history buffs. Explain this to me, if you will, please. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Man, that is a close-up. Glad I shaved today. Both were partially concerned with civil rights. Okay? Both wives lost their children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head as well. Now, this is where it gets kind of weird. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes, wait a minute, no, it was 1839. I went back. So John Wilkes Booth, born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their three names. Both names are composed of 15 letters. Now hang on to your seat. The big wind-up. Okay? Lincoln was shot at a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car called Lincoln, made by Ford. Lincoln he was shot in a theater, and his assassin ran and hid in a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and his assassin ran him into a theater. Both Booth and Oswald were assassinated before their trials. Is that weird? Are you hearing me here? All that stuff? Put it on rewind if you have to. Can you do that on Time Warner Cable? Anybody back there in the back room know? If you have Time Warner Cable and you're watching this at home, is there a way you can pause it, rewind it? DVR. Hope you have a DVR. 'Cause I want you to go over that again. Although I replay every night at midnight and noon the next day. So, for all you repeat offenders out there, I mean, just people that like to watch. Shouldn't call you an offender. You might have hit my fender, but I don't know. Hey, listen, ever since I was a kid, I always had fear that someone was under my bed at night. So I went to a shrink, and I told him about the problems, about going to bed, and there's someone under it, and I'm scared, and I think I'm going crazy. So just put yourself in my hands for 1 year, said the shrink. Come talk to me 3 times a week, and we should be able to get rid of it. All those fears. How much do you charge? He said about $80 a visit. I'll think on it, he said. 6 months later. What's this? You like the bobblehead look or something? Go back. All right. Put up my banner so they can get contact information. Yeah, right there. 740-856-0959 and ccwithbigjim@gmail.com. You want to comment or some ideas? Maybe you would like to be a sponsor on ACT for maybe Big Jim Show. I'm looking for a few right now. Anyway, 6 months later, the doctor met me on the street. And he said, why didn't you come see me about those fears you were having? Well, $80 a visit 3 times a week for a year is an awful lot of money. And a bartender cured me for $10. I was so happy to save all that money that I went and bought me a brand new pickup. Is that so? With a bit of an attitude, he said. May I ask, did a bartender cure you? He told me to cut my legs off the bed, and there ain't nobody under there. Come on, that was funny. That was funny. Am I out of material? I guess I am. Hey, season 6. At this point right now, I still don't have an intro made for season 6. So I'll come up with something. But and it's going to be sometime in April, I guess. So welcome back to season 6 of Community Corner with Big Jim. I wanted the season premiere just to be kind of ranting, fun, having a blast. You know what I mean? We're going to have a great season. Let me put it that way. I've got a lot of great ideas and some great shows that's going to be coming up. So you won't want to miss Community Corner with Big Jim right here on ACTV23.com. And I'm going to leave you with, this is the first time I've been in the studio in 5 months, Matt? 4 months? It's been a long time. The beard's gotten a little grayer. So I'm kind of more, I'm stuck at home. Doing the dishes, taking the trash out, whatever. She made me do that when I was in a wheelchair. I'd be better off at the damn rehab hospital I was at. They snuck me cookies and pudding up to my room at night. Now, I got to get cotton candy from Family Dollar because they don't sell corn nuts anymore. Does any of this make sense? Does it? Well, maybe the rest of the show will. This is me at the home at my crib. Got a little Green Smarts in there. We got a little Jim in there on the phone and a dig at Facebook, especially on the pokes. Stop poking me, all right? You know, in the old days, the word poke meant something else, but I'm not going to go there. Rants with Big Jim. Here's Big Jim at the crib. We'll see you next week. Keep it real.